it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Looking to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Now back to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away, but now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
King. 44 to Mike, 44.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. He finds Beckham complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. On first down, Stevenson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping... Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, echo.
From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On third down, Boyle. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's got this down to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, Boyle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Going on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
91.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Tate. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Stevenson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We're scoreless after 1.
Down. 8 read. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Clear. 44 to Mike.
Shoot. To throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
throw on third down. Boyle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting...
He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 82 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining,
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the score.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Thomas, the intended target. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too,
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. He'll drop the throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Boyle on the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Let's get it.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. On the delay, it's Nixon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready. 53, check 53. Blue down. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, Wahoo! 56. Check 56. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike 56. Let's go.
On third down, Boyle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
44, Mike, 44. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Both balls to Mike. Look at me, zipper. Come on, the ball, hard. 44. Go. Check. Watch the pass. Snap.
They'll try and throw for it here. Room to run past midfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Boyle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw again. Boyle. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 44's to Mike. Hey, check.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here I come. Hey, orbit. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Go.
Second and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Switch.
Now a carry for P-Ryan. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
At the 16-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Boyle, and he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, and all the way. Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing on first down. Boyle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Oliver. With the INT.
And Brad nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This is Mixon on the draw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to Mixon on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this is caught off the deflection. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now that's a... Defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone.
90.
He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Stevenson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the 4th quarter still to come. We're in the 3rd. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and that one covered beautifully. The defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Looking to throw.
I like the idea to mix it up from time.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Opposite. 61. Match box.
They'll go again with Lindsey. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
It's our time.
To throw on 3rd down. Boyle. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Hey, exit.
It's 4th down.
44. Mike, 44.
On 4th down. Boyle. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up, you can't be stopped, your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On second down now, Nixon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 37 yards, as his guys continue to pour it. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 3rd down, it's Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Off play action. Boyle nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle. From the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Looking to throw. Boyle, wide open receiver, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Stevenson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got Rodgers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Back to throw. Boyle. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Jackrabbit.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Boyle. He's got his man. That's Wallace. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Echo.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the back. Go.
On 4th down, Boyle. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I just remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback, ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game.